Is there really power in the universe greater than I am, and is it good, and can I use it? Jesus said, "It is done unto you." There is a power that operates for you, and how does it operate? It operates as 2,000 years ago Jesus shared with his followers that there is a power available to all, a power through which all things are possible. He laid down clear rules for using this power. Jesus demonstrated this power on numerous occasions, turning water into wine, multiplying loaves and fishes, healing the sick and raising the dead. What set Jesus apart from others was his simple acceptance and complete surrender to this power. This is a power not only available to him, but also to you wherever you are, and to everyone. In this video I invite you to discover a profound knowledge that has been hidden in plain sight. We will explore how to activate the divine power within you, a power capable of transforming your life and manifesting your deepest desires. Through the insightful teachings of Dr. Ernest Holmes, we will learn how to connect with a cosmic energy that not only exists in the universe, but flows within each of us. This energy is like a hidden switch that, once activated, illuminates our existence in ways that defy conventional understanding. Through a practical and deep approach, we will understand how to use this power to solve problems and create the life we have always dreamed of. Dr. Ernest Holmes revealed to us a truth both simple and transcendental: there is a universal power for good greater than our understanding, but available to each of us. The extraordinary thing is that we can connect with it and use it in every aspect of our lives. Think for a moment about something as everyday as turning on a light. This act is not just the mechanical movement of a switch. You are actually accessing a fundamental law of the universe, electricity. You are using a power that responds to your intention, illuminating your surroundings instantly. But this simple gesture is only a surface manifestation of a much deeper truth. Every advance in science and technology is nothing more than the manifestation of our ability to discover and channel forces that have always been present. We did not create electricity, we learned how to use it. Likewise, Holmes teaches us that there is a divine power, a vast and benevolent power that we can access to transform our lives. Just as electricity has always been there waiting to be understood and harnessed, this higher power has always existed waiting for us to recognize and activate it. Keys to activating this power. To use this power, we must understand two essential concepts: the divine being and the law of good. The divine being is a living and loving presence, and the law of good responds to our faith and beliefs. This law acts according to how we receive it. If we desire physical well-being, happiness, and security, we must align ourselves with this law and believe in its power. Jesus expressed it clearly: whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. There is no need to classify our desires as big or small. Divinity wants us to have everything that makes our lives complete. This law of good is available for any constructive purpose. Ironically, it was the simplicity of Jesus' teachings that made them difficult to understand and apply. When Jesus said, "It will be done to you according to your faith," he wasn't referring to a distant future, but to a truth that manifests constantly in every moment of your life. He taught that the kingdom of God is not something distant or unattainable. He said the kingdom of God is among you, a kingdom that already contains everything you need for your well-being. Jesus placed salvation in the present, in the here and now, accessible to all. His entire teaching emphasized the availability of divine power, a power of good that is at your disposal to be used at any moment. We are surrounded by a creative intelligence that acts upon our thoughts just as gravitational force acts upon physical objects. Dr. Holmes explained that the connection with the mind of God is as natural as gravity, invisible yet always present and influential. This divine mind is an infinite intelligence that encompasses everything in which we are immersed, and we can learn to work with it to shape our reality. As the Kybalion teaches, everything is mind. The entire universe is a creation sustained in the mind of the all. We are like waves in the ocean, individual and with unique characteristics, but sharing the same fundamental essence. Just as we do not need to fully understand how gravity operates to feel its effect or how electricity works to benefit from it, neither do we need to understand every aspect of these spiritual and mental laws to take advantage of them. So why not use them to our advantage as well? Jesus proclaimed that the law of good is within everyone's reach and taught that this law responds to faith by saying it will be done to you according to your faith. He gave us the key to understanding how this divine law works. The promise is simple and powerful: it will be done to you. You do not have to force circumstances or the laws of nature. It does not depend on your effort but on your faith. In Matthew 9 verse 29, the story is told of two blind men who approached Jesus asking to be healed. Jesus asked them, "Do you believe that I am able to do this?" They replied affirmatively, and then Jesus touched their eyes and said, "According to your faith let it be done to you." Immediately they regained their sight. So was it Jesus' power that healed the blind men, or was it their faith in Jesus' power that activated that higher power within them? Their own blind faith, literally speaking, was what allowed the divine energy to flow and transform them. This principle is the same one we observe in the placebo effect, where belief in a cure can trigger real changes in the body. Faith, therefore, is not just a channel for receiving blessings, but an active force that interacts with the divine, awakening the higher power in each of us. Here it is essential to highlight the word "according" in the story of the healing of the blind men. What you receive in life is in perfect correspondence with your deepest beliefs. This is the heart of the message, and yet it is the aspect we often overlook. Many people lament their bad luck, and even those who consciously try to manifest positivity in their lives fail without understanding why. The reality is that they do not truly believe they can achieve it. They lack genuine faith. They believe in manifestation intellectually and try to do so through their thoughts, but the real key lies in the feeling. It is the deep emotion and absolute faith that what they desire will manifest that makes the difference. As Neville Goddard rightly taught, the secret lies in feeling as if the desire has already been fulfilled without a doubt, with full conviction. Every law of nature offers us its power depending on how we use it. There is a power greater than you, and you have the ability to tap into it, and this power responds to your belief in it. Jesus supported this reflection by saying, "You ask and do not receive because you ask wrongly." Jesus was pointing to a fundamental truth: God's power is inherently good. It cannot generate evil, hatred, or confusion. It is love and peace in its essence, and therefore any request you make must be in harmony with that divine nature. If you ask from a place of lack, envy, hatred, or despair, it will not work. It will also not work if your mind and heart are in contradiction and emitting low vibrations. For your desires to be heard, you must connect with that divine energy, with the universal mind, tuning into its vibration of peace and love. Just as you must dial the correct number to call a family member or tune into the right dial on the radio, you need to enter the energetic flow of the mind of God. This implies that there must be coherence between your desires, thoughts, feelings, and actions. Your mind must work together with your heart. That is being congruent, that is being authentic. If there is contradiction, there will be no results. In a clinical study conducted in Germany known as Spain's scale of positive and negative experience, it was discovered that the most powerful frequency a human being can emit is that of authenticity. This study demonstrated that when our words are true and we believe in what we say, when we are congruent in thought, feeling, and action, we emit the most potent and magnetic vibration. Therefore, aligning yourself with truth and authenticity in your intentions is essential to resonate with the divine energy and manifest your desires in harmony with the love and peace that emanate from the universal mind. In reality, it is not your thought itself that possesses power. Your thought by itself lacks strength. Instead, it relies on a greater power than you, a power that is always for good. This greater power that Holmes refers to is not something external or separate from you. It is a power that transcends your person and your ego, but represents your true essence, the divinity that resides within you. This power manifests when you stop clinging to your limited self and connect with your authentic nature. In his parable of the wise and foolish virgins, Jesus demonstrated that we all have the oil necessary for our own lamps. You do not need to borrow from anyone. Just as divine providence has placed oil in the earth for us to use when we need it, it has likewise deposited the wealth of love and life at the center of your being. But Jesus said that you must keep your lamp lit and shining. You must let the wick of your faith sink deeply into the oil of the Spirit, and then your light will shine. Finally, we are beginning to understand the proposal in a manageable way. We are like people who own lands in which great riches are deposited but are unaware of that fact. We have been looking beyond our own property, thinking we might borrow from others, not realizing that this thing called life has already buried its riches in our own ground, and this land is in our own way of thinking, in our convictions about life, in our faith in this thing called life, and in a greater power than ourselves. It is not enough to know that the treasure is buried in our land. It is necessary to go out and dig to discover it. This is where we often fail. We can compare this inner search to drilling for oil. This task not only requires a significant investment of resources, but also technical skills, specialized equipment, and above all, great effort. However, if we know that oil exists beneath the surface, we will do what is necessary to reach it. Life has deposited the riches of the universe in the heart of your being, but it is necessary for these to be brought to the surface. The well is in your own mind. The instruments and equipment you need are your thoughts, your intention, and the power that drives everything is faith. Along your path you might encounter layers of granite or soft soil. We can compare this to fear, doubt, and uncertain, which are stubborn resistances of our mind to accept the simple truth that Jesus explained so well. But the sharp instrument of faith can penetrate the most solid obstruction, creating a direct path that reveals the hidden treasure that has remained there for centuries. Now let's examine how we can act to make this law a reality in our lives. 1. Practice gratitude. Gratitude aligns you with the flow of positive energy from the higher power, the source, or God, whichever you prefer to call it. Take a moment each day to appreciate and thank for the good that is in your life, no matter how small it may be. This prepares you to receive more blessings and solutions, as it places you in a vibrational state in harmony with the vibrational state of the divine, which is pure abundance and fullness. From this state, visualize your desire as a result already achieved. Use your imagination to visualize your life as you wish it to be, feeling the emotions of having reached your goals. This is not just daydreaming, it is a powerful way to communicate your desires to the divine mind, syncing with it and attracting what you want by resonance. After visualizing your desires as already fulfilled and focusing your mind and emotions on them, the next step is to pay attention to the signals your heart sends you. Listen and observe those moments of clarity, those unexpected synchronicities that may seem like coincidences but are actually the divine guidance speaking to you subtly. Your intuition, that inner voice that arises effortlessly, is the language of the soul. Sometimes the impulses you receive may seem illogical or out of place, but it is precisely those instincts that are guiding you toward the right path. 2. Trust the process. In the mind of God there are no big or small problems, everything is manageable. Trust that the answers are already waiting to be discovered. This trust empowers you, opening doors and creating opportunities. 3. Focus on solutions, not problems. When facing a challenge, transform your narrative. Instead of thinking, I have a problem, say, I have an opportunity to grow and I trust that divine guidance will show me the way. This shift in perspective will allow you to receive ideas and solutions that you might overlook. 4. Practice daily connection. Spend time each day connecting with the divine power, whether through meditation, prayer, or reflection. The form is less important than the intention. In practical terms, this means you must take control of your thoughts. Remind yourself daily that life is in your favor and that nothing can be against you. Don't leave this proposal in the air saying, when I have time I will do it. Today is the day. What lies within you that denies you the good you so desire are your own thoughts. When your mind tells you this is too good to be true, or I can't understand it, remember that what speaks to you is your own mind. Gently and determinedly redirect your thoughts. For every no, seek a yes, for every negative a positive, for every denial an affirmation. Have a well-intentioned flexibility with yourself and a determined calmness to think correctly no matter what happens. You are not concentrating or creating any force or energy. You are simply tuning into a power that already exists right where you are and that you can use. There is no thought in your mind that you cannot change if you so wish. Always remember that this thing called life only wants good for you. You cannot fail because it cannot fail. So keep persevering with faith and hope and allow divine guidance to lead you toward the realization of your dreams. This concludes today's video. Thank you very much for watching until the end. I hope you found it helpful and enriching, and that you can apply this divine power in your life to create more prosperity and abundance. See you soon.